I'm back now. We're almost finished the event. This Magimon Island, an island where those searching for a place to belong gather. Yokai have places where they ought to dwell: mountains, forests, rivers, seas, houses, inside toilets. Such places are tied to their origins, their very way of being. Monster of flora and fauna belong in the mountains and fields, water monsters by the water, human monsters in houses, two monsters inside cupboards. There is natural reasons for them to be there, a reason why they should be there, and a reason why they must be there. Then, how profound must be anguish be for those who have reason to belong, yet nowhere to dwell. This is a problem. We got a problem. I mean, it's quite a predicament. Heh, a difficult question. Both actions are troubling enough, but separately we have a problem of our own. It can't be helped. This will be difficult for us to handle on our own. Let's borrow that guy's help again. Mash, have a trot. Yuki, you free. Go take care of it. Sure, but why just us? We can't leave this place without personnel. I choose based on command, ability, and practical effectiveness. We're keeping it hidden near an inconspicuous cliff, but there's still a chance this could happen. Oh no, Protea's sleeping. Hey, sorry to spring this on you, but can we borrow a tanker? It looks that says, what in the world are you asking out of nowhere? Sorry, it's understandable that this would come as a surprise, but there are special circumstances. We need to transfer something large and heavy across the sea. Of course, simply laying it to us would be perfectly fine. You wouldn't happen to have one, would you? Hey, don't underestimate the gorgeous, perfect prince, Yokai Commander-in-Chief that I am. Naturally, I have a tanker or two. Really? Of course. However, if I just hand over anything and everything whenever I'm asked, people might question my dignity. First, report on your progress this far. A true ruler rewards others according to their efforts. So you still haven't reached the heart of the problem. I'm sorry, the coup organization has been causing problems. I had my people investigate that Phantom Thief organization as well, but we haven't managed to get a hold of anything, honestly. I heard those recent giant monster incident involved them in some way. Was that a scene before? Are they the cause behind the every giant monster? I wonder. Still, it seems likely, doesn't it? They kept themselves hidden up until now, and this time they finally came out into it open. That seems like a plausible sequence of events. I suppose it depends on whether or what Liv did was something special or not. Last, if only we could capture this leader of theirs I heard so much about, this would be easy. Where is their base? Haven't they built a castle somewhere? Say in the northern forest. No, we had noticed if there was a castle here. As I said before, we investigated the area ourselves and found nothing. However, there have recently been sightings of them escaping towards the sea, so we suspect they may have some sort of ship serving as a base. I see, a ship. Come to think of it, I heard there's a rustic island to the east as well. Could it be? Oh. Who knows, that place probably has nothing to do with it, right? Right, it would be hard to imagine the coup organization being there. No, at the very least, it doesn't seem like the sort of place that could house their base. We have landed there several times. No, more than several times to be precise then. If they had a base there, we should have seen much more of the coup organization. Very well, continue investigating the matter. I don't care whether it's giant monsters or coup. But if they continue wreaking havoc in my territory, I have a trump card in mind. Anyway, for now, in exchange for lending you the tanker, grant me a favor. You needed to carry it right now away, but it seems a small problem has arisen. Yes, it's about Karna. Then we'll get to that once things settle down. I'm counting on you. There was a lot of it, but it was delicious. Thanks for the meal. Thank you very much, Ditchy. We hope to see you again, Ditchy. Phew, the rush has finally passed, Ditchy. Good work, Elder. Ugh, I thought I was gonna die. I hasn't come back yet. It was murderous busy because of her. She went to look for ingredients we ran out of, and she and I just missed each other. No matter how far she went, Pretend knows she can't leave the restaurant unattended for long, did she? So she ought to return when the time is right, but could something have happened, did she? Alter, things have settled down here, and I think I can manage on my own for a while, did she? Could you go look for Pretend, please? Huh? Why me? Well, there's no one else there, fine. Honestly, where could she be dwelling? Alright, wow, I have some time. I'll finish the prep work and make sure we're stocked up on supplies. Oh. Those footsteps, they sound like a huge giant. Alter only just left to look for her, did she? Go pretend to have returned and missed her again. Hey, Pretend, where in the world have you been? I brought the princess back. I thought towing her aboard a tanker would make things easy, but it was more than tiring than I expected. I see, so Pretend appears to be in a berserk state. It's my fear of her taking my outside with her. I'm sorry, Ditchy. Any idea what might cause it? Unfortunately, not at all, Ditchy. Alter might know more about what happened at the time, but I just sent her out to look for Taya, Ditchy. She should come back to report after looking around your Kainai area, so we can ask her then, Ditchy. What could have happened to Pretaya? Could it have something to do with the giant monsters? There are just too many things we don't know. We would like to wait for Pretaya to awaken so we can obtain that information, but... Actually, something has come up for us. Would it be alright if we left the rest of you? Of course, it'll be fine, Ditchy. Even if she starts rampaging again, when she wakes up, I and Lord Reserve should be handed, Ditchy. That said, we'll need someone to relay the message in case of emergency. I'll stay here today, too. Once she's able to talk, I'll make sure to ask her what happened, so don't worry and go on, Ditchy. Then for today, I guess we should start by granting Durya-zan Hamad requests. Right, and then... Understood. Then let us first head to the place Durya-zan told us about. This is about where Duri Simon said it was, right? What kind of area is this? According to the guidebook, this appears to be a place called Echimonosato. Echimo means pretty, pottery. In other words, this is an area with many pottery and glasswork shops. There are beautiful dishes and glasses displayed outside the shops too. It's fun just looking at them. I need to make sure I don't accidentally knock anything over with my tail. Hehe. I've heard Florence has beautiful glassware as well, but it is quite something. It might make the perfect gift for a woman you love. If you have someone like that, that is, if you... The glass and pottery are all sparkling. It's kind of beautiful, but that may be because the sunlight is so strong. Look over there, it's sparkling so brightly, I can barely keep my eyes open. Wait, is that glaring? I can't possibly keep my eyes open. Master, my apologies, I'm wearing sunglasses, but the light is simply too intense. Even I still cannot see my surroundings clearly. That voice, Karna. That's right, we have sunglasses, Come to think of it, so do I. They're essential for fishing after all. It really is? It's Karna. I thought so. Simon asked us to come here. He said you were having some sort of trouble. I see that as a relief. Indeed, I am something in a predicament, as you can see. I am certainly the son of Radiant Sun God, and I have always wished to live in a way worthy of that. But at present I appear to be shining somewhat too brightly. Is this because of the yokai succession? Yes, the yokai succession has indeed affected me as well. It appears to have become something called Kiyoribo. Kumashi help. Kiyoribo is a monk-like yokai said to prevent rainfall whenever it appears. There is apparently a theory that it has some connection to a continental god of drought. In other words, it must be existence connected to the sun. I can summarize that it interfered somehow with the sun god within me, resulting in this. But this radius is not something I can stop myself. I could return to Duran Hana, but in this state, I would surely inconvenience him as well. I was considering what to do when you arrived. I see, so that is why Duran Hana asked us to go help Karna. I merely left a message with a guard, but he sent me Master as help. He may seem careless, but he is a dutiful man. Speaking as a fellow sunglass wearer, I can describe Karna's expression. He's got a very nice smile on his face. More like he just didn't want to leave a powerful set sitting around and use. Can we do something about this? Then... I tried wrapping him in my cloth, but no good. It didn't work at all. Hehe. What if we borrowed the help of that Itamoman fellow from below before? Wrapped him up even tighter without any gaps. Now it's not just leaking out the gaps. Well, it is leaking through the gaps too, but the cloth itself turns completely transparent before that becomes an issue. I think Itamoman cloth would be the same. If we're going to try that, we will need some much more special fabric. Overly strong sunlight can be a bit of a problem when fishing too. Might be nice if it turned pleasantly cloudy. True, the blazing weather here may also contribute to the glare. As said, it is easy to forget that each part of this island has a fixed time of day and a weather. Huh? It suddenly got cloudy, so it's a little better. This is... Ha ha ha! I came to Mesiah because I was intrigued by such an utter lack of dignity. This exquisitely amusing situation that I cannot stop laughing at. It's also far too undignified to watch. Vulgar perception of sunlight must learn of its insolence when it's obscured by mighty clouds. Lord Indra. I have a feeling Indra undergone the yokai succession too. It looks slightly different too. A god can naturally reject such a foolish system. But this summer vacation is not the midst of a festive season. Where there's a festival, humans wear masks for amusement, do they not? They enjoy becoming someone other than themselves, in those temporary guise, drinking, singing, and dancing. A king of gods with leisure to spare would not so heartlessly spoil the occasional festival of humankind. This what was it called? Yes, it's as though I had donned the mask of a creature called Raiju for amusement. That's how you should interpret it. Those ears, are they part of the beast motive? A Raiju is a yokai to dwell in the sky and cause thunder, correct? In any case, impressive thanks to the clouds Karna's glare has also. The world corrective forces it. Were I not in the diminutive vessel of a servant, I would not permit clouds to be repelled. The gods are not so childish as to seriously try to tear it down. The king of gods is a Kufal, Lord Indra. Right, on this island, each area has a fixed time of day. Whether it's day or night, the wind blows and the clouds move, but the weather itself never changes. What do you, a god of sky, think about that? Foolishness. Naturally, a god understands it, but has no meaning. Do not misunderstand me. I have neither interest in nor any way of knowing petty matters such as this. Island origins are present state. It's merely that anomalies in the skies naturally reveal themselves to me. And because it is meaningless, I've left it alone. Meaningless. If I were to tell you one thing, it is merely a form of entertainment. Therefore, it has no meaning. There is nothing for a god to say. It is no different from a god declining to correct every last detail of a picture of the sky drawn by an infant's hand. I do not quite understand, but could you not do something about Karna's problem? Lord Indra is not the kind of god who grants every wish if you bow your head and ask. He luckily truly came here only because he thought my pathetic state would amuse him. It seems you understand after all, by Kartana. Indeed, deal with such things yourselves, even a god is in the midst of summer vacation. There are areas in this make-believe world where only rainy skies stretch overhead. It is still foolishness, but it's just right for cooling off. Ah, you could probably do something, but you won't. That less thunder beasts and more raw beasts, isn't it? Now go smoke over a little wordplay, Barry. Does your syncgraph contain that of a secret beast? Very well, for the sake of my secret beast, I shall at least offer guidance. Since ancient times, humans have seen the shapes of lightning in the sky as some sort of revelation. Try going that way, you will find something you seek there. Incidentally, my divine eye tells me this, but a god will not join the HyakkiYakō lot either. It is useless trying to recruit me. The god serves no one. I see, so just getting your advice helps us out. Thanks, Lord Thunder. Now then, struggle to your heart's content. This god shall spend his vacation drinking beneath the rain clouds. The local famous liquor, Awamori, was it? It's quite a super beat. Bring me as many offering as you please. Hey, so in the end, he really did just come to laugh at Karna. Essentially, yes, that's the kind of god he is. However, it would seem the skies are in a good mood today. Yes, we did receive something like a hint. You said to go that way, right? Why don't we head over there for now? There might be a lovely fishing spot there, and it has to be better than staying here. Really, is there actually a way to do something about this man's radiance? Could such a method truly exist? Even that thunder god could only make things a little darker. Regarding with my ideas of wrapping him in cloth, we will need some pretty unusual material. Something wide, sturdy, opaque, and probably special enough to stand up to Karna's divine power too. There is no way we conveniently find something like that. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Well, what is with the bloodshot eyes at him? I am Medjed. It's only natural to be excited by this auspicious form. But calm down, no touching or handshaking. Photos barely okay. I noticed you before and have been curious, but this is unusual texture. Strength-wise, it should be more than good enough. Listen, but could we borrow that cloth for a bit? What? It is a concept that forms Lord Midget appearance, or perhaps the form itself. It is not something that can be interpreted in such materialistic ways as mere cloth. It's whether I lend it or not. Hey, stop pulling on it. That is disrespectful. Disrespectful. Following Indra's hint, we have found someone who may be able to do something with a carnival. It seems we need to do some prestidigy. Hooking up flutter bit with a fishing rod to get it would probably make things even more complicated. I appeal to him with the utmost sincerity. It's alright for a new employee, that's our one and greatest hope. My apologies, even with sunglasses on, I myself am still too dazzling. I consider it akin to training for combat under poor visibility, but whether it will be useful here remains uncertain. We're all having the same trouble with the glare, you know? Still, let's see what we can do. Very well, if you insist that strongly, I suppose I have no choice. Some spirit cloth, no, something like manifestation of Midget's form. I should bestow upon you. This is a special exception. You have my gratitude. Do not misunderstand. Should someone see you and declare you even more radiant than the sun pharaoh, that too would be an act of disrespect. That is merely why it would be best to leave no room for misunderstanding. Though even such consideration may be unnecessary, for that one splendor, where there are fools too ignorant to see reasons everywhere. Alright, fold this here and wrap this around it like so. The light has died down. It seems we have succeeded in sealing him away my radiance. It's difficult to move in, but if I consider this another form of training, it poses no problem. That's unfair. This concludes our deal with Simon then. No, separately from my deal with that man, I will repay the debt I owe for having been saved. What was this night parade of 100 demons Indra spoke of earlier? If my prayer can be helped, then do not hesitate to tell me. I see. It is somewhat complicated, but I understand. I was signed. It's his own son. Horrible enrollment has been confirmed. As I mentioned earlier, he is a supernatural entity that brings scorching heat and drought. According to one theory, he is the origin of the folk charm known as the Teru-Terubozu. His current appearance may be fortunate accident, or from Lord Midget's kindness, but it may suit him perfectly, don't you think? You agree awfully readily. Why would I not? My being his friend will not change simply because I signed this. Hehe, exactly what someone else said. Nine already? Karnat went to report to Direzimo for the time being. He said he would come right back and help us if something like a giant monster appears. That is tremendously reassuring. I just hope there isn't some commotion because they mistook him for a mysterious Teru-Terubozu. Hey, you look suspicious. Who are you? It's me. Yeah, who the hell are you? Don't make any suspicious move. I'm calling for backup. This is as good time as any explored around here today. Yes, there are only a few unexplored areas left on this island. This area, and then perhaps the forest up to the north. I heard Direzimo and others have already investigated the forest, but if we find nothing else, it may be worth paying it a visit. Still, what was that thing Indra mentioned earlier? Revelry, was it? About the weather on this island, or rather, those strange times of day. Yes, from the way he put it, it sounded like it wasn't something we needed to worry about. I can't help but being curious. Or you just talk about the weather. Hey, Anastasia. Anastasia, you seem like one of those stubborns who took on yokai name too. Yes, I understand. It's goddamn hot, isn't it? No, it's beyond that. It's goddamn hot. In other words, this place is hell. You there, master of the touring hell. Tell me the trick to it right now. Yeah? The trick to what exactly? No, Anastasia, looking closely, your face seems a little flustered. Are you feeling alright? Feeling alright? What are you talking about? I'm not alright at all. I feel like I'm dying. Q. Anastasia. For now, we carried her into the shade and tried cooling her down. With ice we bought, how's she? Phew, it's still goddamn hot, but I feel a little better, thanks. I'm Yukitomo. How should I put it? The child version of a snow woman. I don't know much about them, but I can picture it. A yokai snow and ice, perhaps. That's right, which is why I'm even more vulnerable to the heat than usual. Honestly, really, even using Periscope doesn't help at all. It's so irritating. What's up with that girl? Oh, Annette-chan came out of nowhere. Hi Tai, I just came by to have fun like usual. Thinking stuff like last square is pretty interesting but maybe it is fate. Is there anything I can help with? Are you a loco? I want to convey this suffering from the heat to the whole world. How do I curse it out in the local language? It's very hot, maybe. I understand. It's very hot. Shadow made me even more exhausted. I'm dizzy. I don't really get it, but it looks like things are pretty rough. If she's still like this even after being cooled with ice, it's quite a predicament, especially since the ice melts so quickly. I mean, can't you do something with your own abilities? You use ice and snow magecraft to begin with, right? Becoming Yuki Inko ought to make it easier to use, shouldn't it? Of course I try, but... I just can't. Water's fixed. Maybe it's because this originated a tropical island and the heat neutralizes it, but I can't make ice or snow, and even when I do, it disappears right away. Earlier injured rain cloud seems to return to normal almost immediately too. Perhaps the weather here isn't something that can be changed so easily. If even a divine spirit surrenders fine and difficult, then it would be all the more so for anyone else. I can't help me. If you help me, I'll do anything. It's very hot, it's very hot. It's serious. She's finally reached the point where she can only repeat the same words as if delirious. She looks like she's suffering terribly. Yes, we can take her somewhere cool or give something cool. Let's try everything we can. I like fun things, but feeling sick is the complete opposite of fun. Meeting here must mean something. I'll show you around, so leave it to me. Why do I have dead weight here? It forced me to use Assassin during those 2 rounds.
真っ二つだ。承知した。それでいい。部長投資。悪いな。後ろだ。どないの味やろか。そうなん。承知した。部長。いや。道を開けろ。疲れたので。
Oh, that's lame. I have to keep her alive. It makes me quest fail because I didn't beat the. It's not that hard to beat though. I feel like I should just use Berserk at all.
それは絶えず見た滅びの夢。最果てにありながら鳥は明日を形。ロードツ・キャメル。天に入り目を背けないで。それは絶えず見た滅びの夢。最果てにありながら鳥は明日を形。ロードツ・キャメル。不死になさい。アコーラ。光栄の夢。本気です。よく言いました。それは絶えず見た滅びの夢。最果てにありながら鳥は明日を形。ロードツ・キャメル。もうアナスタシア大勝利ね。さあパレードパレード。
Hot Thai! When it comes to cool, refreshing fun, you gotta go to the beach. Banana boats, water, yoga, parasailing. It's all so much fun. Ah, I admit, it does sound fun, but no, the sun's too strong. Even at the beach, it's still hot. And how about the beach at night? No sunlight and the stars are sparkling. Just relaxing somewhere like this can be fun too, you know? Oh, it's still hot even at night. And there are way too many couples. Just looking at them makes my temperature rise. I want to knock them flat. Now let's change our approach. How about having a huge shaved ice right here? How sweet and delicious. It's the least bad option, but isn't this just treating the symptoms? I can't keep eating shaved ice forever. We tried all sorts of places, but nothing is quite right. Isn't there anywhere else? Somewhere that's always cool. Ah, I knew it. This island's really is hell for me. Hey, even if it's hell, imagine Kakutis would suit you better. Fanning her with a hand fan. Somewhere that's always cool. This island is usually a fun place. That's always hot though. Wait a second, I've forgotten, but there is a place. Hearing you say hell reminded me of Limestone Cave. There are lots of places like that on this island. There's even one nearby BGM Cave. Ah, that's the place. Ah, nice, so nice. I'm in heaven. It's cool, chilly. I'm living here. I said I'm living here. The relief seems to be making her regress into a childlike state. Phew, at least we found her somewhere she can feel safe. It's a little dim though. So what was it again? A signature, like a residency contract there, here. We have confirmed Yukiko enrollment. It seems she's known as a snow child. A Yuki Onna from Japan's snow region, she is sometimes said to be Ui's child. Or she may be considered something simpler, like a snow spirit. The Yuki Onna is spoken of something that carries a certain terror, as though to show that the cold of winter can take lives. But Yukiko feels like a more innocent, harmless being. Perhaps people gave a form and name to the small, unbearable thing they saw amid winter's cold. Oh, wait a minute. Does scientists mean I have to work? In other words, I have to leave this place. Was I too hasty? Just come out if you feel like you can. That's right. Just by joining the night parade of 100 demons, your mother would indirectly lend me your strength. Is that so? Then that's relief. Now I can take a nice chilly nap without a care in the world. What's that sound? It's awfully noisy when someone's trying to sleep. This is a giant monster alert. That huge thing again. It would seem so. We're heading out to deal with it, so please evacuate somewhere safe, Nut-chan. Thank you again for all your help. You're really helping us out, thanks. It's no trouble at all. Be careful and good luck. Routine. And then by chance, I found it by the roadside. Someone so wavering as though lost and afraid. It had no voice, yet somehow a feeling reached me. They weren't strong, they weren't fierce, they weren't ugly, they weren't greedy. They were a sort of feeling squeezed out of from an utterly inescapable end. A fair feeling, almost like a lament, or perhaps a humble wish. It reached me, I understood it. And so... Huh. Are you right, Captain? I look like you doze off. You're drenched in sweat. Yes, if you're feeling unwell, shouldn't you rest somewhere proper? I'm fine, there's no problem. Besides, I don't have time to rest. Those severed heads, they're still trying to build their prison. So the prisons can't stop either. I have to gather more, I have to get bigger. Indeed, it does feel like we're gaining more people compared to the beginning, but there's no harm in gaining even more. Having around 108 members would be totally acceptable. That's way too many. What star am I? No, first come, first serve, right? The JK star spot is totally mine. Perhaps I shall be the principal wipe star. It's always surprised when members even I don't know about casually show up. In any case, this organization is going to grow bigger and bigger from here on out, until the name of Kugang rings throughout Management Island. That's the cult spirit. Truly big. I'd like to follow your example. Rather, that greedy ambition to rise to the top. It really is like me. Yes, that's right. Bigger, gigantic. What? Whoa, Captain. And this is... Don't be ridiculous. The princess isn't going to become a gigantic. What? Why are you smiling instead of being surprised? I have a bad feeling about this. You truly are the object of my adoration, or rather myself. The captain is like me, then. There's something strange about me becoming bigger, too, is there? Hey, why you two? Kind of think of it, as for this say, Yuwanti is seriously easy to influence, so be careful. Didn't they? But after yesterday's giant ligon, I can't move a single finger anymore. It seems like it'll be fun in its own way. They're here. Two of them appear at once. Damn it! There have been a lot lately. This thing is Colossal Monster number 7 and Colossal number 8. Is that... the princess. People look like garbage from up here. Being huge feels so good. More important, everyone look. Please look at me more. Wait, everyone's paying attention to me more than ever before. Huyenza. It's judged by the fact that they're walking side by side. They're allies. Does that mean Huyenza is also a member of Kugang? They both appear to have lost their sanity. Yes, the captain seems to be suffering from something while Huyenza seems to be blissfully lost at a dream. But that's the only difference. Either way, they're still destroying the island's buildings. Is there particular where they make pottery and glasswork, the damage will be worse than usual. As Chaldea, we have no choice but to intervene. No time of hesitation, we stopped him immediately. And if we can detain the captain here, we might solve the number 1 mysteries. Roger that, leave it to me. Quick decision making, I like Okomari. Sorry to keep you waiting. Colonel, thanks for coming. Naturally, I promised I would. Phew, I came because I promised too, you know. If there's a safe room, a safe limestone cave, then I can go outside for a little while. I'm planning to sustain myself with the cold from this cheap ice I bought, though I may go home once it melts. Thank you Hope for your assistance. Right, let's go. We'll protect the island's peace. Why so much HP? Audiobook Bombardo. Ha, not done yet. Don't get in my way. Severe hit, the princess, I have to see them. Ooh, I never shined this big before. Same as ever, really. The captain's all gloom, while Zhao is all sunshine. The captain looks so be suffering, but Zhao is now, how should I put this? Getting even more carried away. That's really not good. Summer Zhao is acting like that. I suppose it may be natural for her need to approve to grow so inflated. Ah, could that tendency towards becoming huge in that sense have something to do with her becoming a gigantic monster? It sounds like a joke, but I feel like the gigantic monsters we've seen so far all had some sort of element that caused them to grow larger. Then might that captain be the same way? I don't know what the castle monster known as Princess Kamui, which the captain named herself after, was like. At the very least, Reikosaka behaving who seems to be serving as her vessel has a legend saying that she transformed into a gigantic Oni deity and kicked an Ajiri to death. Though whether it truly happens remains unclear. In any case, that captain's movement are objectively sluggish. If we're going to take one down, should we start with her? Are you right, Captain? Captain who's like me, who's like Captain. It must be nice getting all that attention. But having more attention than me is intensely unbearable. Hyunza is running over to her, but rather than tending to her wounds. You look like you're in pain. If you don't need that, then may I have it? After all, the captain is just like me. She must have the same wish to grow as big as possible specifically to reach 100 million social media followers. And I wish it must be the same, so... Absorb? The captain vanished. No, look at her feet. She's back to her original size, isn't she? I don't want to, but it looks like I have no choice but to report this. The dangerous one just got even more dangerous. It's here. I've awakened. Which means that I may be the true captain of the Ku gang. So, everyone look at me. Funny, cool, cute me. More. I feel like she's gotten a little bigger than she was before. It's like she absorbed the captain's share of the growth factor. She does have the aspect of an Impusa, doesn't she? A phantom spirit that sucks the life force out of others. Maybe that ability manifests when she was a gigantic monster. The second time she made a mess of things, long last year. My head hurts. It's probably not just her body, Cell's inner self. Her inflated ego and ravenous needs for approval must have swollen up monstrosity as well. That's what this rampaging state of giant monster Cell is, I suppose, honestly. What happened? The captain can't move, but she seems to still conscious. At this rate, she might get stepped on. Isn't that kind of dangerous? Let's save her if we can. Yes, I understood. But getting beneath a giant monster feet is fraught with danger. We need to divide our roles and plan things more carefully than ever. That's true. It'd be great if I could hook my fishing line onto that person's clothes and reel her in, but I need to get a little closer first, and getting it tangled around the giant monster's leg wouldn't do us much good. The more hints we have, the better. But right now, we can't get any more. This has become quite a strange situation. I saw no shining stars. You came at just the right time. Hold on before deciding whether this is the right time. I came to deliver bad news, or rather news that things may be about to get even worse. Okay, can I start preparing to go la la la? I can't hear you. No. As of now, King Bertia Altar still hasn't returned to Nurakanai. First I saw Benny Emma, who concluded that, like Bertia, she is temporarily missing. But I also suggests another possibility. If she's gone missing like Bertia, then just like Bertia. Another one appeared. It's Gigantic Monster number 9. Baby. Just as I thought. Also turned to a giant baby too. Yes, I'm a baby. I come to be spoiled to my heart's content. Come on, try putting me to sleep if you think you can. What? What was that for all of a sudden? You suddenly appear looking like you might be a bit bigger than me, and you're getting way more attention than I am. But you have that instant baby like, holy, I see, you're like me, which means you're me. So it is true that seeing the real thing makes you come to your senses. I'm starting to snap out of it. Relying on Chaldeas is humiliating, but this situation makes no sense, I'll ask anyway. Is this one insane? Such a straightforward insult. Well, if that's how it is, I will use force. Please become more like me. Hey! What are you doing all of a sudden? Am I some toy that won't break no matter how much you hit it? Well, they're starting fighting on their own. It's the worst case scenario, but you could also say the timing is perfect. Let's do them that way. Use their fight to your advantage, and if an open presents itself, secure the captain. We can do this.
負けない。これが正義の肉力チービちゃんこちら邪魔ですよ。倒れるの負けない。これだいくさ怪獣が出たぞ。霊のどうですバズりますように。あいたや赤ちゃんにも勝てないの。これだいくさ負けない。これが正義の肉力全力の俺だけ受け止めます。倒れるぞ。これ負けない。いくさ怪獣が出たぞ。これが正義の肉力寝たままだよ。怪獣どものこれくらいはね。負けこれだ気合い入れるぞ。霊の肉力だるくなってきた。赤ちゃんにも勝てないの。いくさこれだ負けない。これが正義の力怪獣どものこれくらいはね。ワンツースリー怪獣が出たぞ。負けない。いくさ負けない。気合い入れるぞ。霊のこれが正義の肉力南国大波及聞きたな。へえ明治って愛な赤ちゃんにも勝てないの。逃げられるわけないじゃない。
Babies are kaiju, and kaiju go on rampage. Look at me, don't look at me more. No, you're supposed to look at me. Blinding, what is this? Whoa, I can't forgive something being more dazzling than me. Or it could just be me too. I can't see a thing though. Now take this. It seems the captain has been secured. At the very least, I think Huan Zhao's current threat level stems from an unhinged mentality of hers. It'd be nice if we could somehow cool her head. Jesus, what can be helped? The way she's currently treating social media as nothing more than a tool to satisfy her needs for approval is terribly ugly. It should be something more carefree and meaningless, like snapshots of everyday pranks. Something like a diary. I probably can only make it snow for a moment, but well, it's better than nothing. Yukikinko power. Eek, something cool just rained down my spine. It may just be a little snow that melts right away. But precisely because it's such a hot summer, you can appreciate that chill a little more. In other words, what matters is the contrast in temperature, perhaps. A temperature contrast, in other words, but it works because there's a blazing summer sun. Let's give it a try. The sun this close is bad for my skin, my health, and my education. Why do they think babies are putting them in a baby room that's hot and bright? Just when I thought it was hot, now it's cold again. I'll try between hot and cold. Both of them have slowed down, now's our chance. Huh? How are you feeling? The princess was, I believe, at our headquarters and then she became huge. Maybe it's because this wasn't like when we knocked her out in her giant monster form. It feels more like Rinzao sucked away her size. Hyunzai shrank and passed out, but this one apparently able to talk normally. I'm glad we could rescue you before you were crushed. Rescued? Could it be that you saved the princess? But don't be fooled. Princess, the ones getting fooled is that severe head fool. Information, yes, surely. It was because they wanted information. It's true that we wanted to talk, but that was by no means our only reason. I believe you will understand if you look into Master's eyes. At least I believe so. I just wanted to save something whenever I could. What is this? It's a worse. I don't get it, but I'm gonna hide my face. I, the princess, is a proud castle creature. The captain of Coup Gang. So no matter what, even to a severe head fool, she must show proper courtesy. Which means, mumble. Yoink, carrying her off. Yep, sorry for the trouble. Hyunzao is no good, huh? We can't fit her on here anymore. She went way too wild, so she won't be able to do anything for a while. Let's have them keep her over there until she calms down. Actually, why don't we just let them take her in for good? Lilith! Eat, retreat, see ya! Lilith really was someone we should have made our top priority for him. This may have been our chance to ask about the Coup Gang, but can't be helped. Let's be satisfied with having protected the city from a giant monster again today. Now then, the remaining problem is... See, Gugu. How do we deal with this? It's a good thing we never returned the tanker. Let's tow it back here once more and transport Alter to Nyorakanai 2. Colossus number 1, Adam. Colossus number 2, Nursery Rhyme. Colossus number 3, King Protea Alter, is identical to Colossus number 9. Colossus number 4, Umarian. Colossal number 5, Greater Lyrian, has dispersed, more precisely, merely returned to a form of Mabui. Colossus number 6, King Protea. Colossus number 7, the so-called leader of the Coup Gang, escaped it. Colossus number 8, Hyunzao. Of those who secure the former Colossus number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8, and number 6 of them. We have been sheltering, investigating them within the grounds of the beach house, but at long last, there are some things we have begun to understand. With more subjects examined, we've been able to improve the accuracy of our investigative thaumaturgy. But never mind the fine details. Let me begin with the conclusion. The Mabui within the Colossi, or rather Mabui they observed by destroying buildings and the like. we're being directed towards some other location. Some other location, what do you mean? Well, it's less physical matter than one magecraft. And casually. When simply is similar to the relationship between Lady Habitat and your recognized HyakkiYakō. Me and the HyakkiYakō. Indeed, by obtaining signature of the HyakkiYakō in my ledger and adding servants who had inherited yokai names, their mabu were indirectly placed under near-recognized admiration. The concept was then linked into Lady Habitat, also under its admiration, all to serve the power for the Shisha. It is the same with the Colossi. The more Mabui the Colossi gathered, the more those Mabui also become the property of something else. That was the system governing them. Then there really was a mastermind behind this after all. So it would seem. The Colossi that manifest under the Mabui's influence were merely secondary from natural disaster. The Mabui leaking out from their Kanai was the work of someone's will. And that act itself is intimately connected to the image of the singular. The question is whether that will harbor its malice. If it's evil capable of destroying human history and evil with the nature of the beast, then I too shall take the field. Take the field, Ogamaru. I seriously, truly have nothing to do with this singular, okay? Birds of a feather flock together, do they not? Look forward to an unexpected development. No. One that meets my expectations. That's basically a gangster picking a fight over nothing. Mash, Yuki, help. So what do we know about this mastermind? Unfortunately, not that much. However, we have gained some sense of the direction in which the Colossi Mabui were being conceptually accumulated. That direction is... My apologies for interrupting. I have a report. The Britain altar we had in our care have awakened. Their infantile state has been lifted. They still cannot move their bodies, but they were able to speak. Perhaps their recovery from becoming Colossi was faster because they were originally enormous to begin with. Let us relocate and continue this conversation there. It may save us some trouble. There you are, the shop is temporarily closed, so don't feel like you're imposing that chi. Oh, my head still feels all fuzzy. Me too, is this what they call being hungover? I'm glad you're both safe. Master. I don't remember much of what happened, but I feel like I got spoiled myself with Master a whole lot. Like I had a dream about it. A dream about dotting on this one. I sooner die. Yes, a dream. It was a dream, so it had nothing to do with my own will. Do you remember what happened? What happened? I think yes. The shop ran out of ingredients, so I had to go look for some. Rotea was taking far too long to return, so the proper riches asked me to go look for her. There was only one place Rotea would go looking for fruit ingredients. Where did you go? The northern forest. Yes, the direction in which the Colossi Mabui were flowing was also north. If I recall, there is a vast primeval forest in the north, yes. That's correct, I believe it's called the Yambaru Forest. The word means mountain fields, and it's said to be home to a flightless bird called the Okinawa Rail. That's right, the forest. I went in and wandered around looking for the fruit, and then something was there. I clearly remember entering the forest myself. I saw something, no, I think I spoke to someone, then all of a sudden, the urge to regress into a child welled up from deep within me, and I felt as though something told me to become bigger. Me too, but I don't remember anything after that. We lack details, but this is still quite the clue. Yes, now we know where to investigate next. So it is the force after all, then we shall accompany you. That voice. Ha 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 ha, I'm the Supreme Commander of Yokai, Yamato Durisaimo. So it is the fabled Nirakanai, just a backwater island, I imagine. Durisaimo. Hi Tai, of course I'm here too. Sound like fun after all. Do you think I was brought here solely to prepare tea and light refreshment? Wanting hot tea whenever you please is so selfish. No, I didn't say anything. We're here too. We'll watch some Azuki beams, scrub scrub. We'll flip your pillow round and round. Do you prefer buckwheat holes? I'm earthly foam and myself. Pardon the intrusion. I was firstly brought along. For non-combatant yokai for entertainment and errands, plus 7 guards as escort. Is there room for us? What are you all doing here? What do you mean? What are we doing here? Nearly 10 colossally wrecked in my paradise. Even my patience has its limits. Figuring the secrets must have come to light by now, I went out of my way to come to your headquarters. If it is a super problem that neither Azabataman nor Karna could handle, then it cannot be helped. Their boss, the great me, must step into the spotlight. Honestly, your lot are just helpless about me. Yeah, well, that's about size about it. By the way, I didn't tell the boss a thing, okay? For the record, I told him everything. Would have been better if I hadn't. Kind of think of it, things were so hectic that we forgot to tell Karna to keep quiet. So you know about the Maverick too? Yeah, I heard. The things that float around looking like ghostly flames, or get used in new buildings. It is not as I order anyone to plaster them into the walls, so if you want to retrieve them, go right ahead. I don't want to use buildings with that sort of bad reputation anyway. Once they're recovered, we'll just make everything into glittering gold buildings. To my taste again, problem solved. It would not be easy to recover them. It will require the process of tearing them free from the buildings, by means destruction at the hands of a colossus. But sure, we cannot deliberately have Lady Habitat or the others cause to go around destroying buildings. Whether this man approves or not, there is only one thing for us to do now. Go to northern Yamberg Forest, where something awaits us, and find a mastermind. Right, and here's the aid I brought along for just this occasion. They explored the forest before, did you not? You said there was nothing there. There really wasn't anything, but that investigation was a little while ago, so it may have changed between then and today. I'm sorry. Well, I suppose we cannot rule that possibility out. But if I find out you were lying or slacking off, my punishment will be dreadfully prepared. Either way, we'll find something if we go take another look. This time the quality and scale of our group are on a whole other level. It's like a joint investigation team. Woo, I'm so pumped. I can't guide you through the forest itself, but leave getting us to the entrance to me. You must continue watching over Batea, Alter, and others. And as always, we cannot leave nekoxx. We're counting on you all. As the game goes for me, I will wait with fodder for your safe return. If you turn to evil, must be eliminated. Find enemy, take his head, shining star. Your eye is true. You need not wait for instructions from the Angel of Death. Yes, sir. Right then. So this is the entrance to Yambaru Forest. At a glance, it appears to be perfectly ordinary forest. Does it? I feel like something is off. You think so? Anyway, let's keep marching onwards. Into the forest we go. It's strange, obviously so. Hehe, indeed, I was beginning to wonder whether there's something wrong with my eyes. The farther we go into the forest, doesn't everything seem to be getting bigger? Yeah, this isn't just because I'm small. The trees, the leaves, the grass between our feet, everything's gotten huge. Hey, there was such an obvious anomaly here. So what was the meaning of this? It was nowhere when I came here before, I swear. See, one could say that everything has merely grown larger. Let's proceed farther. No. Saw Master, someone is there. You are, I see, you finally come. You're Sir Bedivere. I need points though.
ここは二来家内。私が店番をしても問題はない。安心しろ。金銭管理は得意分野。今なら10個で1個おまけだよ。
海の家クラクラにようこそ。あれ、もしかしてこれ出前？なんだよ、君が食べるんじゃないのかよ。あれ、もしかしてこれ出前？なんだよ、君が食べるんじゃないのかよ。まあチャンスはいつでも。インフォメーション。
This is Measurement Island, an island where the name is scattered. Those with neither past nor future, vague even as to what they once did, or what they would do from here on. They are not yet anyone, nor do they know what they will become. Such strange beings makes this their summer refugee. But that's precisely why, because it is such an island, even one without a name, may be able to become the master of other nameless ones. You, Sir Bedivere, our meeting here was no coincidence. As character record, I'm making a request. If you aren't our enemy, tell us what you know right now. Very well, I knew I couldn't keep this hidden forever. But you might have explained while we walk. I need to carry back what I bought in town. Kind of think of it, you were carrying quite a large load. I'm very certain you were doing the same when we met in town before. Sniff, sniff. I smell something yummy. Is that food? That's right. It seems that feeling full was somewhat effective at suppressing their urges. Urges. Destructive urges, or perhaps something akin to rampaging urges. Allow me to tell you the most important part first. To put it in terms you would understand. There are half-colossus in Dambiru Forest. Many beings that seems to be on the verge of becoming colossus have gathered here. Where they come from, why they merge, or why they transform. I don't know any of that. I'm very happy to notice that many such enormous beings reside in this forest. After going into town and asking about the colossi, I'm surprised that those showing signs of becoming colossus were gathering in this forest. And that those among them who had especially lost their consciousness and reasons going on a rampage were likely attacking the city by sea. But beyond that, I know nothing. Is that so suspicious there? If there were anything else I could do, I would be doing it. When I tried offering food to those who could go berserk at any moment, they became a little more docile. Since then, I was simply bringing food here and giving it to them, unseen by anyone. Now then, please be a little quiet from here on. This one of the places where I regularly distribute food. Jenny places a bag of food beneath the shade of the tree. Those are just regular giants, though. It seems calm for now. The scent should make them notice the food soon enough. Let us move on. So there really are half-colossus. I only saw 2 just now. How many more are there? I do not know exact number, but there are probably dozens. 1 would be bad now, but that many, and it makes you manage this long. No one ordered you to do this with the day. And it's this entirely of my own accord. If I know that there are those suffering, and if there is me preserving their peace. Though I may not be clad in armor, I'm a knight. I devote my strength to the peace of the people. I am certain that were my liege, the king of knights. Here she would give me the same command. May it still be the spirit of chivalry, He does not appear to be lying. Betty Beer is still Betty Beer after all, thanks to what Betty's been doing. A symptomatic treatment of becoming colossus, remaining in this forest also allows him to keep watch in case of emergency, so he has been carrying out an important duty unnoticed by anyone. Now I believe that gives me too much credit. I do not think my efforts have been so significant. Some have been calmed by the food I bring them, but there are certainly others who have not. Oh, what's that? This one. Just like this. Some are gradually transforming colossi and have become violent on the bridge of rampaging. Mario will flee, but you cannot flee now. Let us deal with it. I ain't doing a thing. A boss has to sit back and look imposing after all. Come on, get to work properly. He's not fighting for us. Definitely never see. In short, there's a limit on how much you can spoil them. This forest is a dangerous place, so watch yourselves. That's what it comes down to. I'm not sure spoiling is quite the right word, but yes, you should certainly be careful. But it's too late to turn back now. We came to investigate the cause of the strange happenings on this island, the giant creatures, the Mabu, all that. There has to be something in this forest connected to that. You're right. Though I am currently on a summer vacation without orders from my king, I'm free to follow my own convictions. It seems my perspective have narrowed. I suppose you could call me stubborn or inflexible. If this was not a problem, I could solve alone. I should have simply relied on all of you. Then that is, you were only trying to not place a burden on us, Sir Bedivere. That's precisely what I mean by stubborn mash. I am too set in my ways. But that ends here. Here may I lend you my aid in finding a fundamental solution. Thank you, that would be a tremendous help. Do you know any suspicious looking places that might lead us to a fundamental solution? No, unfortunately, my apologies. Then I guess we'll have to just head deeper into the forest and see what we find. Hopefully we'll find something. I'll guide you as best as can, but please be careful. This forest, the deeper one goes, the more it seems to confuse one's senses. Yes, I believe it possesses qualities akin to so-called lost forest. I've never ventured into its deepest reaches myself, so it is only my impression. On an island with fairies and yokai and things like that, I guess the forest could get weird on its own too. I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out to be a man-eating forest, or one full of carnivorous plants. I hate that though. Hey, did anyone report that this was such a dangerous place? How did you feel to notice? We couldn't exactly conduct a full survey of the entire area. Ordinary people may not even realize they have become lost, which should make it some of the more troublesome. In any case, I agree that we have no choice but to press onward. We must bear this forest's distorting nature in mind. We have to map things out carefully, but I cannot say how effective this will be. feels like we're moving, but not moving. Same as Yukitia. I think our senses are getting all weird. What do you think? This is bad. Not only is our perceptions being hindered, space itself may be erupted. I say the map is only 50% reliable. There appears to be water this way. Let's investigate. We reached the river. Sure has a distinctive look. Those are mangrove trees. Their curved roots are very distinctive. Those roots look like they make great habitats. For a fish, I bet we could catch lots of them in here. If things weren't like this, I cast a line. But clear it isn't the time for that, is it? Ooh. There's one here too. Spot us. We got no choice but to fight. Yes, convincing subjection battle. Why is there a wild boar here? It's not even giant. Phew. We've been walking non-stop after all. Let's take a short break. Slow and steady wins the race. This bite. Fish. That's the next person's snack caught. I reel in enough for everyone, one at a time. Nom nom nom. Even simple grilled fish on a skewer tastes different when you eat it outside. It's seriously delicious. What do you think? Yes, let's try heading in this direction next. I cannot be certain, but I believe we may at least find some new information. We still have no leads whatsoever. We remain at a loss, but yes. There's no choice but to keep moving toward it, little by little. I'm tired of walking. Massage my feet. Yes. I want something sweet. Yes, here's some zenzai made with nice, thoroughly washed sweet and red beans. Am I a designated dessert guy now? Ahem. Sir Bedivere. I suppose I should say this while I can. I'm not sure whether I'll get another chance though. Well, once again, would you be willing to join our night parade of 100 demons? Wow, that troublesome man isn't watching, of course. You mentioned this to me before. At the time, I was preoccupied with figuring out how best to secretly protect and calm the demi-giants here. So I was unable to offer my assistance. But the matter I intended to address and matter you and Master intend to address. At their root, they are one and the same. Therefore, if you are asking me to become a member of Master's group, I see no reason to refuse. I never asked, but what kind of yokai are you, Bedivere? I do not believe mine is a particular distinctive sort. I am what it calls a Yamayaru. I assume the assignment is correct. It looks so different though. The Yamayaru enrollment is confirmed. A Yamayaru is essentially a childlike inhuman being that lives in the mountains. Indeed, they are not which is the same type of supernatural entity. There are some accounts of them being dangerous, but they are also said to be harmless beings. One theory holds that they are what Kappa looks like when they leave water and dwell in the mountains. This they know about the bodies of water they will eventually return to and may guide those who have lost their way there, so the story goes. Yes, I do not feel that I am capable of displaying any special abilities myself. I can tell where water is by scent at most. I was not conscious of it, but the reason I found this river. What's wrong? No, yes, I found this place unconsciously, but now that I'm consciously considering that I am aware, I feel as though I can sense the scent of a special body of water, one unlike the others. Master. This whole instinct. Hey, it seems our rest is over. I'm happy and sad about that. Rather happy. I just generally soaked my fish and put it in on the skewer though. Is there really something this way? It feels like we've been walking through the same place forever. It'll be fine probably. The closer we get, the stronger I feel it. This sensation is some kind of spring. Oh, it seems the ground is beneath us has changed. These are cobblestones, perhaps. They seem to lead somewhere. It seems that changing scenery ends here. We proceed with even greater caution. It appears we are drawing close to some manner of answer. Where are we? Some giant tree. A spring, maybe. I don't know what it is either, but that's undoubtedly the place my senses led us to. Alright, we're getting closer, everyone. Stay sharp. You need to tell me. My guard unit is exceptional, so they are always protecting my person with the most vigilance. Which means it's perfectly safe for me to walk with my eyes closed and pick my nose. Not that I would being a noble prince, I am far too noble for that. Goldust comes out of my nose, truly. I still like the boss himself to stay on guard though. Now that we're closer, I can really appreciate the scale of it. What an enormous tree. As for a spring, it's filled with clear water, and it truly is beautiful. Aside from the tree size, one could say there is nothing strange about this place. But now, I came here to investigate the mechanism behind the emergence of giant monsters. A giant tree is in itself something worth examining for connection. There must certainly be some hidden secret here. For now, let's split up. You all search the right side, we'll investigate from the left. Lord Yamamoto, that acceptable, yes? Wait just a moment. I feel there is something that must be called out first. But your looks even something like this. The half-giant watering the spores, the handsome fellow tending to them, and this absurdly enormous tree. There are limits to what can overlook by accident. It makes me even more suspicious as to whether you were conducting a proper investigation at all. Whoa, hey, if you come at me with that much force, I'll be so happy since it works out perfectly for me. A proper investigation. Of course, I wasn't conducting one. The report was a lie. Huh? Traitor. The racing mode was pushed into a string. Ah, good, it worked. Despite your furious personality, you appear to be quite the warrior. But if I merely envision this single moment, if I train by repeating the scenario pushing you into a spring over and over in my mind, then even I could exploit an opening and shove you into it. After all, I am at least a servant of sorts. Bossy bastard. Wait, something about this person is strange. You cannot move carelessly. Ah, as sharp as ever, precisely. This spring is under my control, which means that doom-weighted Prince Tufel is completely in my hands now. If you make any rash moves, I shall make him disappear. I suggest you consider your action carefully. Why not hear me first? You're the mastermind? The mastermind. The mastermind. This island was simply here. I did not create it. So I take offense at being called the mastermind behind the aspect of things. However, if you mean who used this island as a stage to create giant monsters and have to destroy the town, well, that was indeed my will. So perhaps I am the mastermind in that sense. You, then why are you creating giant monsters in the first place? You suspected it yourselves, haven't you? Mabui, is it altogether Mabui? I know about it. You two gathered the HyakkiYakō through the power of the Inma Ledger and gained the authority to manage Mabui. Murray did so on much broader scale, using giant monsters in place of the Inma Ledger. The Mabui with them, and the Mabui would destroy and absorb. I direct all of it to this tree and spring, where it is gathered and made mine. Hey, so our mechanism sought similar results. It seems Komachi and the others were right in their analysis. I see, the giant monsters were pawns, tools you created. Though they did seem rather prone to going berserk for some things supposedly under control. Now can they truly be called pawns? The island is fundamentally suffused with something akin to natural phenomenon, the kind of wave that makes things grow larger. All I did was use the spring and tree to inflate it, spread throughout the island, and give those especially in tune with it who came to this force a general direction, go to the town and wreak havoc as they please. In other words, I merely made use of a natural phenomenon, you see. I don't care about the technicalities of how you made them. In the end, that's no different from controlling them. Please answer one question. Were you also responsible for turning King Protea and King Protea Ultra into giant monsters and driving them berserk? Ah, those two? Of course I was. So long as I had interfered with them and established a connection, I could collect Mabui from any giant monster. It was useful to grant giant monster traits to those already large and powerful, making them even larger and stronger. It was unexpected that removing their failsafe would cause both of them to regress into childhood, but the result was not a problem. They could eliminate those who enter the force, create new Mabui collectors, and dispose of the sole rogue giant monster beyond my control. It was meant to accomplish 3 things at once, including eliminating the Shisha, but recovery seems it did not go as planned. While it was originally a natural phenomenon, not everything can go according to plan. There was also an incident where some woman who seemed to be an evil spirit connected giant monster waves together and created an imitation giant monster. But that was entirely pointless from my perspective. The sheer audacity of stealing water from another person's home, honestly. If you were trying to get rid of me, the Shisha protecting this island, then it has to be true. You were the one who first attacked Shisha before it refused to meet me. One eyesore beast, and so stubborn tension is. If I had properly disposed of it, then my wish would have been fulfilled so much sooner. Who are you and what is your goal? My goal, is that it? It is simple. To become the master, to become the ruler of this island and the nameless being who gathered upon it. And you ask who I am? What a belated question. I have inherited the name of Yokai. My position should have been no common knowledge. Well, yeah, it was only natural for you to be with the boss, right? Same as Azuki, Arai, and Makura Geishi, right? But no one ever asked. From the beginning until now, not one person ever asked who I was. Because you all understood me as someone naturally there. Before you knew it, you never asked. Because that is the kind of yokai I am. My name is Nirenhyun. Oh, come on, can you give this one a proper sprite? It's like an important character for the 100 Demons leader. Nirenhyun. It's the leader though. Nirenhyun is said to be a elusive being whose true identity is alone. An old man in disguise of a monk or merchant, a supernatural entity who is suddenly inside one's house before anyone realized it. And in recent years, one further trait has come to add it to his tale. The Supreme Commander of Yokai. Yes, I too. I should have the right to become the Supreme Commander of Yokai. I should have the right to become the Master of the HyakkiYakō. No, I must become it. I alone must. I am a heroic spirit whose very name I hesitate to speak. A heroic spirit treated as though I am no one, yet also anyone. And it was also my destiny to become the vessel of the Nirenhyun, who was likewise treated as though he is no one, yet also anyone. I shall rule these hollow, nameless beings of this island, these nameless yokai, with the power gained by gathering Mabu. That is the wish, the desire, the duty of one interdimate as I am. The position of Supreme Commander of Yokai does not suit some perfect man like him. Perfect, I shall take that man's shout, Yamamoto Gorizamon, for myself. Ha 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 ha. You bastard. He went into the spring himself. Ha 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 ha. The spring and tree are the control center and collection point of the Mabu I have gathered. Ah yes. The Mabu you acquired by defeating giant monsters was only a fraction. Was the Mabu that had already flowed here. Let the power of the Mabu I collected become flesh, and the concept of the yokai commander become its vessel. Ah, now I too shall become something gigantic. Looks like the boss got absorbed. Yes, but he is an intended Smith. If we remove the forged object on surface, we should be able to save it. Do you think I will allow that? I only took this form because it had devised a way to eliminate all of you. Hey, that voice. Got a bit feeling about this kid. Haha, overflow of great power. It is the command of the Supreme Commander of Yokai, Master Hyakki-Yakō. Whoa, the big guys from the Force are here too. Quite a lot of them. The war from Nirenhyun must have summoned them. It's probably not just that. The war drove them mad. It never sent them tough giants who had barely managed to remain calm. Into berserk state, the Shisha remembers that sensation. So he gave them an additional dose of something like those waves that makes things grow larger. There are way too many. I'll go into Kaiju mode and... Wait! You won't be able to maintain that form for long. You're a trump card against the enormous Nirenhyun. You should conserve as much strength as possible. I agree with the director. Yes, Master Krillate, I will carve a path through the enemy's leader. Heh, looks like we have no choice. As the one who cared for them, I cannot forgive the mastermind's action. As the knight, I cannot overlook this. It does not seem that everything we can see is all the enemy has. I sense more approaching from elsewhere. Stay sharp. Birdie. Is this a stamina battle?
誰もあっち見ていてくれます？顕微鏡でも見えない大きさに変えられると思う？できちゃうんだな、これが。さあ、光より早くアトムにクロスミリアンフット。綺麗でしょ？いいこれ。ちゃんとできます。さらわれてください。ブヤーなら私だって。
Empty sealed.
あっち見ていて。優しいんです。新しいお召し物。お気に入り。誰もあっち見ていてくれます？甘く見ないで。大人になれば BB だって超えられます。私の知恵は世界の形。原始的まで落ちてみます？綺麗でしょ？もう終わりか？なんだつまらぬな。
I feel like there are more and more of them coming. We were hoping to break through and close in on Neuron, but the numbers are forcing us back instead. Damn, what a pain. There's so many. Could that word from earlier have driven every one of them in the forest berserk? Haha, precisely. It bought me some time. Now that this tree and string have been discovered, I'll have to change my methods. I'll protect this place perfectly while collecting Mabui through a new method. Huh? First, I shall protect this place as a sacred site beyond anyone's reach. This tree and string are a foundation of this singularity. Physically speaking, they lie somewhere not easily accessed. Mary used a certain thing to connect the paths in the spaces. And that certain thing is, you know what it is, don't you, Mabui? Just as the buildings and cities outside contained it. No, in an even pure form, it shapes the paths and spaces here. Give them form, imparting the meaning of spaces connected by something like cobblestone street. Otherwise, it would have been difficult for me to come and go as well, but I no longer need to go outside. Now then, what do you suppose will happen if I collect all of that into this ring? What is that? I sense something dangerous, Master. Fall back. The instant darkness swallows me. I am struck by a void that feels as though all my five senses have vanished. There's something stirring. My sense of balance and direction disappear in an instant. I can't tell from back. I can't tell up from down. I can't even tell whether I'm staying or sitting. But the next instant, something soft pushes my body backward. I'm sorry for being rough, Master. Are you right? Sorry, you saved me. Looks like everyone else managed to avoid getting swallowed by that thing too. Without the Mabui that shaped the path, this place will return to a realm of nothingness. Now you will never again be able to reach the spring entry. Though it was strange that you managed to find this place in the first place. I merely made foothoods for myself as nature being difficult to reach. Should I remain and change? You must have been exceedingly lucky. You said you would collect Mabu for a new method. What do you mean by that? It means I no longer need to settle for the temporary position of Vice Commander. I'm tired of the colossal creatures I went to trouble of creating and being defeated one by one. No more of this roundabout business of destroying buildings on the main island. If I can control things directly from here, there are plenty of other things I can do. On a much grander scale all at once. I'll have to send my policy to whom might give direction to bring me Mabu. There appears to be a place where a great deal of it had been stockpiled. Near Kanai was it? You, what are you talking about? Mabu belongs in Near Kanai to begin with. Haha, that has nothing to do with me. To intend to attack Near Kanai, do you think we would allow such a thing? Allow it? Why would I need the permission of people who may well die here? What is this rambling? It sounds different from the footsteps of semi-Kelsey. I altered the spatial structure around here. It is likely causing purely geographic effects in the surrounding area as well. For example, seawater might flow in, or the currents of the Mangrove River might change. Master. It's sweeping me away. Master, where are you, Master? Oh, come on, we got swept all the way to the sea, so I can't tell where Master is. However, can you get right bigger and scoop them up? I can't, but it's dangerous unless we find Master first. Just like the dark space from before. This might be bad. Found you. Undersea fortress, White Heron Castle surface. That is Himeji Castle. I sir caught on what weird Shechihiko rock being up there. You're all still just assembled heads though. I repay the debt I owe you for being saved. Get on, I'll take you to Narakanai. And this one's the epilogue. Glances around. That thing on top of the castle looks like Gasachi Yoko. Could it possibly be Koryo's Island the Heart Rock? I was wondering why it was in Okinawa entry of the library, but not here on Mejiman's Island. What was it? Are you concerned about the princess headquarters? No, I was just thinking what a lecherous, magnificent castle it is. Anyway, thank you for saving us. Yeah, thanks to you, everyone made it out safe. Thanks, Captain. With the exception of the one person being used as material by the mastermind. I'll say again, that man is Thanatos. There will be no problem if we rescue him in the end. We're the ones panicking because the second in command overthrew the boss, took over, and turned into a huge giant. For now, we'll just go along with the flow. Don't mind us. I told you already, I'm only repaying the debt I owe for being saved yesterday. No words of thanks are necessary. Yeah, but you could at least feel a little grateful, right? Now then, what should I get from Master in return? Maybe this, maybe that. Oh, Lilith, you were here too. You have such a little presence that I assume you've come back to Korea. That is one of those things about you, Light. Could you maybe not just say every thought that comes to mind? And I'm not praising you by calling you honest, just so we're clear. I'll endeavor to do so. Now then, allow me to raise an obvious question and point. It was Captain who piloted that castle, not you, Lilith. Therefore, shouldn't Captain alone have the right to seek compensation in providing aid? I too have a few things I'd like to say to a delinquent employee who left their job unliterally with nothing but a note behind. But we'll put that aside for now, Dichi. Seems there are more important matters to discuss, Dichi. If saving Master was merely a matter of repaying a debt, why are you here? You who call yourself the captain of the coup gang. Because I thought this was situated where we needed to talk. I mostly understand the current situation, Liv told me, and I also used Lyrian for reconciliations. You noticed it too, haven't you? Every semi-giant aberration that was in the forest, the main island has been driven berserk by Niranhun. And they are advancing on Nirakanai to seize every Mabu there. There must be a new ones awakening in forms, like semi-giant aberrations. In any case, there are enormous number of them. It depends on how well they can swim, or rather, how fast they can travel across the sea. So it might not be immediate, but this place will eventually become a battlefield in the near future. That's why I'm telling you. Until now, we've stolen them without saying a word, but the situation has changed, so I'm telling you now. Hand the Mabu over to us, we'll protect them. I refuse. I see no reason to believe that would be the best course. I thought you'd say that, so I'll comprise. I'm not asking for all of them, only the Mabu who wishes to go. Ask the Mabu, will they come with the princess? Or will they remain in prison here, in this prison of souls? You mean we should let the Mabu themselves choose, but that... Don't tell me it can't be done. Even if they are pieces of souls, fragments of hearts, they possess human will. Will should be free. So yes, the princess of Kugang will support them. Tell me, what do you wish for? You're now reduced to your fragment soul. What does that make you so sad? What is it that you seek? Even like this, I still. I want to meet someone I love. I want to have a wonderful romance. That's right, the princes are a gang devoted to supporting maidens in love. This is what we demand, freedom of love for the souls of maidens as well. What? So that's what your laws are all about? Yep, that's why I was helping them, though. There's no way I help a truly evil secret society, right? Well, I assume the exact opposite. Where is the identity of Lilith, the flower evil? Ugh, I feel like I was some sort of complimented. Anyway, I brought along some girls I found around here, and asked to come with us. Freedom for souls of maidens. Souls want to fall in love too. We're sick of being quietly bound up in that world. Give us encounters, give maiden loves. Well, these are their real voice. The princess will save these girls. At this rate, Nirakanai might be taken by Niranhun. At least let us save the maidens before that happens. Our answer remains unchanged. Nirakanai went out ball to begin with. Therefore, your proposal has no meaning. And besides that, I can understand that souls may have such impulse, Dichi, but the underworld simply isn't a place for romance, Dichi. If we allow such selfishness, the order of the underworld will. I don't know or care about selfishness or order. Keep saying pointless things and I'll make you into a severe head. The princesses have decided to stand with them, that is all. If you won't comply, then it can't be helped. We'll save at least the girls who are within our reach. Your flimsy reasoning has acquired some heat, but you forced your way through with that strength. If that's the only way. You seem interested in making severe heads. Surely you understand who here is best suited to make them. No. I like fun things and all I want is for their fun things. Fighting isn't fun after all, you know? So let's think about it a little more. You're right. That's right, it's the fact that Nirenhun forces are bearing down on us Nirakanai. If that results in the worst case scenario, both Nirakanai and the Coup Gang will be in trouble. So the best outcome would be find someone common ground, establish a way for us to cooperate one in it. We speak common ground, but if we approve of the romance, it is the Mabu who will suffer the chi. After all, souls cannot bear children. Could there be anything sadder than that? Maybe so, but that's not what this is all about. That's not what this is about. It's not like we're seeking the same outcome as you humans. Of course, we know that much, don't you think? But it's about the spirit of it, or happiness of being in love. We only want to be accepted. It's about severe head, exactly the problem. I see, Dachi. My apologies. There's no need to apologize. You're an ogre of hell, but also an animal spirit. Bearing and raising children, that's simply what animals believe love to be. So you want to experience the fun of being in love and have it recognized, is that it? Then I get it. Of course you want everyone to understand. Whose side are you, Yunan? I'm always on the side of fun things, you know? Okay, love is indeed a great driving force. Perhaps even death is not enough to raise the desires to seek it. To experience the joy of love, to have a knowledge. Komachi. I may have just thought of something. What do you think of this? As for the Mabu actual romantic activities here in Nirakanai, this underworld. Let's put that aside for the moment. Don't put it aside, I'll turn you into a severe head with everything I got. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm saying this from the position of respecting the Mabu desires to pursue love. I don't believe either Lord Ezreal or Lady Beniyama would deny that desire herself. It's merely your opinion that under the present circumstance, Nirakanai cannot accommodate it. Yes, Ichi is difficult. It's a practical matter. More importantly, Benny, acting as King Emma's representative, cannot make such a decision. This is close to revising the rules of hell itself, so we would meet the 10 kings to come here. Indeed, it's a matter of differing faiths, cultures. In that case, it's a middle ground, as a point of compromise for both sides. How about we first recognize stories? Stories. Right, you were. Yes, I would donate my finest romance manga, in mounds of volumes, to Nirakanai. There isn't a library-like place here yet, is there? Then I think this would be perfect. I see. Huh? Romance manga, Dachi. I see a library. A reservoir of knowledge, foundation for culture. If each underworld has its own limits, tolerance, then we need a place to share those vows. Knowledge of fundamental experience. It lets one experience things one cannot otherwise know to achieve, valuing the missions in one's life. I have some reservation about limiting to the categories of romance manga, but everything begins with the first volume. It is not an unsuitable beginning for a library, however, be sure the language is properly translated. Hold on, even if you're convinced, that doesn't settle our problem. Stories are stories, and mangas are manga. You think those things will satisfy these girls? They absolutely can be satisfied, make sure of it. I'll select the most heart-pounding romance manga from every era and every corner of the world for my master collection. School life, childhood friends, battles, suspense, mysteries, horrors, prince, reincarnation, villainous. Of course, many genres as possible. I might be a little interested. Let's read them too. I like prints from enemy nations with dark pasts and a shadowy air about them. Do you have anything like that? Hey, are you guys really okay with this? I mean, I had ideas, but it's not as though I absolutely wanted to fall in love for real. Right away, I mean, it's kind of scary, no? But is that really okay? Didn't you want a kind, handsome boyfriend? I mean, it would be nice to have one. I understand that realistically, that can be just a dream. Besides, you don't have a boyfriend either, Captain. That face says she has a sore spot. For someone who says love is such a wonderful thing, you haven't taken any concrete action at all. That's a light faded wood. Because, I need to read literature first, do research, and mentally prepare myself before I can do anything. I, the princess, don't exactly have the normal social skills. Going straight into the real thing is scary. Sometimes when I'm in front of someone I like, I don't even know how to laugh properly. That's why I can't let go of my fashion mask either. I'm getting intense. Okay, agenda is right from this. Researching love and introduction. I think romance manga would be perfect for what Captain has just described as well. First, building up experience points for stories. I don't think that's wrong for humans, yokai servants, or Mabu either. Maybe this is as far as I get opening string blows with pure light. Well, I had a decent amount of fun, so I'll call that good. And I got to see a lovely night view alone with Master, too. Now then, let me explain the situation once again. Thanks to Komachi provision of compensation, we have entered into a corporate arrangement with the Ku Gang. A temporary corporate arrangement, don't get too familiar. Let's confirm the plan going forward. Yes, first regarding the defense of Nirakanai. It remains true that we cannot leave Nirakanai. If enemies are coming to attack, naturally we cannot leave this place unguarded. At this headquarters, Lady Komachi and Lord McNamara and I will take the lead in repelling the half-colossal monsters that are sure to come. Those are some brave defenders. However, simply defending ourselves would not improve the situation. Uranho will likely continue creating more colossal monsters, one after another. Not only will he drive the half-colossal monsters berserk, but another true colossal monster may be born. That's right, so before that happens, we'll storm his location once again, and defeat Nurahun himself as swiftly as possible. That is our operation. All we need now is a way to do it. I suppose I have no choice but to let you use it. The Ku Gang base of operation, a high-speed mobile underwater fortress, and sea-borne citadel, my Shirasagi castle. Thank you. What is this? It's just a transaction. It's not something that deserves such a straightforward gratitude. But as a leader, I need to show them a smug smile of superiority. Something weird. Severe head. My smile wasn't ugly, was it? Hey, just because we're working together now doesn't mean you get to trigger cheap affection event. I feel as though I sense the beginning of a sweet and sour coming of age story. But let's set that aside for now. What happened once we get there? Around the spring and tree at Nurahun's feet, I suspect something like that imaginary space is still spread out even now. Yes, it felt as though space itself had been severed. If we had a caster well versed in spatial magecraft, they might be able to deal with it somehow and reconnect it. Ugh, I'm sorry, I'm only a pretend caster. The only casting I'm good at is casting a fishing rod. No, I doubt we can be certain that anyone would be able to do anything about that space itself. All the less so since we can hardly afford to spend time analyzing and processing it right in front of the enemy leader. But it's alright, I believe we have a means of dealing with that as well. Really, yay! May I ask one question? How fast can Shirasagi Castle go? Are you making fun of me? Crazy fast, that is all. For example, how long would it take to get from here to the main outlet? then it sounds like we should be fine. Rather than charging indirectly, we should make for the urban area first. Indeed, and after that, we shall break into the Yambar forest for the final battle. So much water had come in that it's practically over sea, so maybe the castle can get us all the way there. Why isn't there a chance it could get caught on the mangrove roots or something? Don't underestimate it. We can rise above the sea surface a little. If there's somewhere we can pass through, we'll just fly over it. It even has that kind of mobility, amazing. You may praise me more. It's fortunate we have established a route. Now we can rescue her in Yahana. That's right, there's no limit how many people the castle can carry, is there? Let us hitch a ride too. Anyone who doesn't want to come doesn't have to come, of course. Well, it's not like there's anything else to do. I guess I'll come along. We're getting has our pay, right? That guy had a bit of power harassment streak, but there was something about him that made him hard to hate. Hard to abandon, you know, Mo. When you hear that big goofy laugh of his, all your little worries gradually start feeling irrelevant, weird, huh? Oh, we're servants, so we're going because we can protect ourselves. Nobody without the means to defend themselves needs to push it. Still, it's not like staying here would accomplish anything. And this place looks like it'll become dangerous too. And the boss would probably chew us out if there wasn't any tea when we rescue him. Prepare some supplies in corner of the castle. Yeah, I probably can't do much more than clear everyone on, but I'll go on as far as I can. The plan is settled then. Alright everyone, prepare yourself, quickly. We don't know how much time we have. As soon as preparation is complete, we depart for the final battle. Another batch of rice balls for packed lunch is ready. Take as many as you like. But no snacking on them before then. Yes, ma'am. There's no time to rest. We must make as many as we can while we have the chance. Lady Liv, keep those hands moving too. You will work as much as possible before departure. Let me rest a little, will you? You demon. As one akin to Hell Director, I shall take that as a compliment. I am rehiring an employee who ran away, so really you ought to be grateful. Ugh, that's true. I definitely submitted my letter of resignation and all that sushi. Those things don't count once they have been properly accepted. Wait a moment. Why are you changing the rice ball fillings without permission? Isn't this more filling than pickled plum and kelp? And it's good luck too. Fish, banana, since these rice balls are incredible, delicious, but protein is important too. Let's prepare as much as we can. Wonder if we can catch some tuna or bonito. Heave ho, heave ho. These spies are big. I can't see where I'm going. Hey, don't step on the timing edging. I'll turn you into a severe head. Sorry, hehe. Didn't that guy just get scolded earlier too? Was he doing it on purpose? Come to think of it. I think he's into being assaulted. Are you ready? Even if you say no, I'm ignoring you. We're fully prepared. Needless to say, there is no such thing as fear anxiety. Now then, who will give the order to begin the operation? Me as director or Yuki as master? Director, please make it sharp and decisive. Very well. I suppose that just doesn't feel properly serious unless the order comes from Kaido's director. Then, ahem. As of this moment, the Neuron sub-adjacent operation begins. All personnel to your stations. High-speed mobile Citadel Shirasagi Castle final stats check. Keep unit operating normally. Tile armor maintaining maximum strength across all sections. Heart Lark Shachi Hoku antenna sensitive excellent. Another issue detected. By orders of this castle mistress, weigh anchor, full speed ahead. Launch. We safely follow the planned route and are approaching the Yambara force. The coordinates have been entered. We'll use any passable route to reach the destination. Just as I thought, there's a giant severe head blocking us. Thought you said you could fly a little. Can't we fly over it? It can't float that high. I don't want it to cling onto us from below. If we lose balance pull, it will be catastrophic. There will be no choice but to go outside and remove it. Hey, even aboard such a comfortable mobile base, we cannot escape manual labor, it seems. Let's break through as quickly as we can. Arrested Master.
走れ、今宵を切り裂く我が幻想、テスタロッサ、メイデン。
逆説融合、かけらを集めてさなぎは蝶に変身する。お待たせました。これが私の究極体、頭に暮らす無理やグッド。
That's gonna reduce my info. That's not a single target though.
顕微鏡でも見えない大きさに変えられると思う。できちゃうんだな、これが。さあ、光より早くアトムに暮らすメリアンフット。
勝利とは常に過去のもの、つまり私のものというわけだ。
Thank you, Coup Club. A for you, Master. Supporting young maidens in love. 101 for Thanatos. To support love, one must first be filled with a passionate love to one's own. And in that regard, I am immersed in a more passionate love than anyone else could possibly be, you see. I am being filled with an eternal love that has not faded even after being fulfilled. Which means I am more suited than anyone to be a member of this club. Now then, let us go on a date, shall we? A high school girl lives for love, whether it's summer or not, you know? So of course I'm going to support it. I was more interested in phantom thievery myself. But stealing hearts is also one of the true pleasures of being a lovely phantom thief. Think of it as training for next generation, perhaps. Kyuhime was here too. Not that I'm surprised at all. Stop wasting your breath, club members. The path is clear. We're advancing straight to the heart of our base. Yes, let's do this. Earlier I caught a sight of a group of demi giants swimming out to sea in another direction. There's so many of them, they must be. They were headed towards near Kanai, then will they be alright? There's no point worrying about that. We need to focus on what we have to do here. And if you don't have anything to do, make sure you get some proper rest. Yes, ma'am. It'll be alright. I'm sure everyone will. It seems they arrived at Chi. As a rule, this little one welcomes all guests with open arms at Chi, but even so, there are such things as uninvited guests. Like troublesome customers who never intended to pay in the first place. I believe the main point is that there are victims who were made to go berserk, so you could somehow use the flat of your blade on them. Of course, this little one understands that Chi. Even the MSR Daijutsu, which tolerates no scoundrels, can make that much allowance to Chi. Oh dear, this little one came in her summer work outfit, but the inn is temporarily closed right now. And now this little one isn't proper situation. I'm a summer demon coach who drills ill-mannered guests to the bone and teaches them what it truly means to be guests. A blade is set upon me by the old man of the mountain. A strange tale unlike any others in the underworld, unlike this one. Now is the time to reveal the true essence of the head-taking outer sword of Nidopan. Even at sea, it is as you see, behold my two great masters. Even the toughest armors burn at full power. I want the flat on your blade, please. But I believe you have no choice but to join the free as well. Master, then in moderation, leave it to me, Komachi. Me too, I'm hoping my health come back. Well, the name of this food. Oh, damn bird. 27.
控えるがいい。エンデカリグナリミにはまだ大きい敵ね。トガネチ。心が痩せてはいけません。食べきれなくても心配無用。勝負の後にみんなで残さずいただきまち。波に乗ってそれでは罰でどうぞ。演者要請。お父様。魔力の負担はお任せを。
仮想展開。かりそめの器にて失礼。
一休みです。
Good grief, I expected there to be a lot of them, but not this many. It's bad. Even with Lady Benny Emma darting about like a half sparrow, and even in brief past judgment help upon him, there's still too many for us to hold back. Like at this rate, we don't have enough hands. Not enough hands, you say? Then what if those hands were bigger? And if there are enough huge hands for 2 people, I think that should be more than enough. You two. How pathetic. There are 2 influential figures from hell here. And you're struggling like this. I suppose giant beasts of the underworld will have to help you. Good morning, Manager Benny-chan. We're obviously late, but we're fully motivated to work. Today's task is cleaning up the constable's garbage, right? The Rotias will do our best to restore honor. You're awake, you two. They were inherently gigantic beings, which means the difference between them and the giant monsters was comparatively small. They had been left unable to act due to the backlash from being driven berserk by Nirnhun, but they took the least damage, so perhaps they were able to recover first. Their strength is worth 100 people, no, even more than that. Can't let our guard down, but it looks like we'll have to manage here for now. Now all that remains is to see what happens over there. I'm counting on you, Master. Dark Ogomar. If you make one wrong move, the judgment hell will fall onto you too. If you're facing the threat of total annihilation, you mustn't show the tail, know your hearts. Nirakanai isn't the only one in danger. Please, whatever you do, don't act rashly. I need my order. Based on the coordinates, we should be able to see it any moment now. There it is. But it is bad. There are tons of huge ones in front of it too. What do we do, Captain? It's too late to stop now. Run them down. I forgot to mention something. We're going to drift, so everyone should grab onto something. The central force will send you flying. They should have said that sooner. Hehe, high-speed castle drifting is quite a rare experience. I feel like my stomach is about to fly out. That was probably super thrilling. I love it. If you told me that beforehand, I would have stopped you with everything I had. But it seems you did manage to knock the enemy's weight, right? Not enough. The ones scattered around us are gathering again. And the water isn't deep enough for the castle to go any further. From here on, we'll have to get out and proceed on foot. But aren't all those guys around us gathering? Can't be helped. We can't afford to lose this castle either. We'll split into an assault force for them to keep a force to defend the castle and hold them off. How are we splitting up? The crew gang will stay behind and hold them off. You all go on without us. At least Lilith will go as the gang's representative. But when is how this ends? Okay, I'll go see how it ends. Good grief. So we drew the short straw, didn't we? So you want me to show off my jet ski skill at full throttle, right? You got it. A maiden can endure any hardships for the sake of love. Take care, Master. You'd be worried if it were just the gang members staying behind, right? You lot stay and help out here. Right people for the right jobs. Understood. If everyone else isn't going, then I guess we shouldn't either. Wait here with everyone. Well, yeah, that makes sense. We don't know what might happen. Then be careful out there. Don't dare die. Don't worry. We're more battle-hardened than we look. There's no way we're ending here. And as planned, the ones who are in charge to spring and retreat will be mastering it. Us HyakkiYakō members, correct? Yes, this is where it begins. This is why we stopped by to see before the operation to pick up. What we can see over there is likely a void region, close to imaginary number space. There's nothing certain within it, no material things, of course, but neither light nor air access exists there. There is no initial sense of up and down, left or right. Once inside, you likely won't even know front from back. I was there for a moment. From what you described, it's probably exploiting some sort of bug in a spatial formation. It forcibly retrieves. What happened creating the space, then temporarily fixes the void that emerges at that moment. That's what it sounds like. Normally the proper approach would be to dispel whatever is fixing in place, but we do not have time for detailed analysis in response. The hit in hands of the great, which most problems can be kaikan and stop in a snap, as said. It would be indeed different to blow through a problem tied to the core of a singularity in such a short time. Then what do we do? There's only one answer. We replenish the spatial components that were retrieved from our sides and create a path once more. Those spatial components are the Mabu, right? Correct, the members of Masters HyakkiYakō, the servants here who had heard yokai name, were gathered in the first place because they possess a great deal of Mabu. Conveniently enough, we can make use of that. Yeah, so step into the void space and use Mabu to make a path. To use an analogy, we proceed while staying connected to the previous path as much as possible, as still holding hands. Then the next person will make another path. By repeating that process, we will reach the spring and tree, like the center of the space. Once more, that is the idea. Wait, can we tell which way we're going? I don't want us to take a sea voyage without a compass. Indeed, our map is not unlimited either. If we wander around extending paths in the wrong direction, we may run out of material before we reach it. I believe I can determine the directions. If you would allow me, I shall serve as your guide. You were the one who led us to that spring in the first place. I trust you, Bedivere. But why are you so sure you'll be okay even in the void region? I'm both Yamawara, who guides people to water, and Bedivere, nice around table. It's because I'm one who heads towards spring, I suppose. That is why I sense, even among all the bodies of water, the location of spring, I must reach. There may be another reason, but that is what I believe. That's a very convincing reason. Yeah, just like before, when we count on you to guide us. That we know what needs to be done right, don't we? It's not that I don't trust them, but the coup gang behind us could be overrun any moment. We don't have time, let's get started. Fish, this is truly gorilla-fying. To make even a feline whisker sensor stop working. Watch into space. But what are fish enables to me? Where are my divine Maya vibrate? Let there be light. Amazing, I made a path. Wait, praise me more. Pet me. Scratch under my chin until fur. Seems the amount of memories is only enough to make a simple path beneath our feet. But as long as we can move forward, that is enough. Yes, excuse me. Express them, please. Can't be helped. Activate the memory. Mix it into the kaikion. Then do this and that, huh? Making a path by scattering kaikion feels like it's all to be a scene from a myth, doesn't it? It'd be perfect if this raises kaikion value too. By the way, the kaikion I just isn't consumption, so I haven't wasted any food. Gotta stay complete. What even is not edible kaikion? Alright, I'll do my best. I bet I can cover a lot distance with say this big body and two. Go ahead and use me as footing. Well, come to think of it, this is a manifestation of the truth. No matter how difficult path is, or how few clues there are, you'll reach the place you want to go if you don't give up. Can't help but root for you. Though it's also demonstrate truth that if your seed money runs out, you're in trouble no matter how much you refuse to give up. Finding Patreon is seriously hard work, you know? Save your fuel. Don't get lost, got it? When a shadow such as myself beneath you, even darkness like this can be crossed in a single leap. Or so I would like to say. Alas, my jets have yet to be installed. We shall save the pleasure of recording the top speeds capable of piercing. That was here for later. For now I shall merely make a path. With the power of love. We'll make a path. Do your best. I'll make a pretty path of cloth. You can walk on it. My clothes won't get dirty from something like that. Whoa, since we're doing this, I'll make you a path. Snow. Hurry up and finish it before it melts. Ours will make melt too. Hey, about how far we have left? We're getting closer, but I do not feel it's right nearby. Based on our pace so far, I would say enough distance for another 2 or 3 people. If we can't even reach the boss, then helping him is not besides the point. Looks like those of us with more memory than the rest have to make the path. Tell us the rush direction. Yes, we have no choice but to entrust this to you. It is nothing. If it is master and letters, there should be no problem. Besides, I have said many times. He's a tenacious man. I count on you. You're taking on the job of getting scolded with what took you so long, you fools. I still cannot see what lies ahead, but I feel as though the path the 2 of you made has reached somewhere. Let's go. We made it to back of the stream. What? How did you get through this space? How did we do it with everyone's strength level? See? There's no way we can lose to someone who doesn't understand that. Brace yourself. There's no escaping now. Escape. Hehe. Ahaha. If I meant to escape, I would not have shut myself away in a place like this. It's merely the result of making a national choice. Rinka and I will fall. Why do not? Once the memory has gathered, it will be over. Rinka and I memory will not be gathered. There are dependent allies of ours there as well. No, it's only a matter of time. But if you're standing before me, then it cannot be helped. Even knowing this is pointless cleanup, it seems I have no choice but to act personally. Hehe, I noticed something, may I? Hasn't Nerinhood gone even bigger? He has. He's always gotten bigger. Nerinhood is often depicted as a humanoid figure, resembling elder men, but there are also accounts that portray him as possessing traits of giant umeboshi. That infinity has likely allowed him to undergo special treatment. Special giant monster transformation of greater purity than any of the giants monster we have faced so far. Fools, utter fools. This spring and trees are foundation of this island's natural orientation towards becoming large. Then surely it is unnatural that who control it can become larger and stronger than anyone else. Being bigger doesn't automatically make you stronger. Well, no, it does make you stronger. Size equals power, but still. That's nothing but frightening strength. Neither does Shisha nor I. But we defeated by a difference in size when we want to protect this island. Let's go to nursery, Nerinhood. Everyone else will support me. Of course. We cannot let Habriiel fight alone. We may be no longer than ends to him, but even simply distracting him would be meaningless. Hey, I hear an elephant can be felled by a single ant bite. Let's just find out. Let's show him small dragons aren't weak either. Liv, you can't make that liden over there bigger like you did before. No way, no way. Back then we had enough memory to use the material for a giant monster body. Or whatever to make it. There's no material now, so it'd just be a hollow prop. that wouldn't mean anything, right? What's with that look, Cure Light? Like I'm useless the moment I become an ally. No, I understand perfectly. You're a popular number 2 villain who becomes weaker upon joining the heroes. That's me. Almost exactly the same thing. Alright, Cure Light. Maybe we should still think this right. Alright, Cure Light, maybe we should sew this right here after all. Enough fighting, let's simply give this everything we have. Alright, here we go. Shisha.
大きな口は今のうちに叩いておくといいですよ。すぐに小さくなりますから。お気に入りっていつか私もこんな風に。いずれちゃんとあっち見ていてくれます？逆説融合かけらを集めてさなぎは蝶に変身する。お待たせました。これが私の究極体頭に暮らす無理アグッド。いきます。折りたたんで座ってあげます。でも負けないぞ。負けない。これがこれが
A bit ridiculous.
これだ。いいさ。負けない。気合い入れるんだ。 負けない。これが世紀の大物。シーサー南国大火球。負けこれだ。いくぞ。気合い入れるんだわ。これが世紀の大きい。肉ついて持ってくる。南国大火球。発射。
Wow. Ah, Furia, have you forgotten? I defeated Shisha once before, you know. What could possibly change just because that half-dead thing possessed a time fairy? Ugh, damn it. Ariki have a try. Ha ha ha, I'm not losing it when it comes to toughness. Indeed I expected from Saintcraft of a Shisha, a garden beast that wards off evil. But unfortunately, a frail fairy was never going to have the stamina needed to maintain such a massive body. You protected your knights from the half-giants, made your way into this land that should have no path in. And you even prepared a guardian kaiju capable of opposing me. A giant, annoying though you may be as enemies, I should call it admirable. But as far as you go, your fate is to be crushed beneath my foot for the presumption ants you are. At this rate, we will be crushed and wiped out. Our firepower can't stop something that huge, and Habriiel is the only one who can stand against it. It's okay, I can do this. I can still fight. Mash, give me a hand. If you can, just help me stand. No, you can't. You can't force someone who is too weak to even breathe to stand up. But if things stay like this... 10 minutes. At least give us 10 minutes. Use the rest of us for 10 minutes. We'll protect you during the time, Petra. You want us to stop that thing by ourselves, seriously? Okay, to be honest, that would be difficult. Can ants really manage it? Sheesh, every last shooter sure is a class that asks for the impossible. Isn't like Protea, you know? Even with your shield, I don't know if you had last minute. But we had no choice but to do it. I think there are times when even a rookie has to stand their ground, and that time is now. But it's still impossible, I know, because I became big too. In this singularity, being a giant what matters most. Something special power has made it that way. So no matter how strong everyone is, if you're not a giant, you can't beat a giant. I'm sorry, we can only let you rest for 10 minutes. Yuki. Ogomar, you can tell them too. You're Korea's directors, aren't you? I'll handle this somehow. Take everyone and get out of the forest for now. Are you finished talking? You were too small for me to hear, but I can more or let's guess what we're trying to say. You're probably making plans to flee, but surely you didn't think it would be that easy. There. Mash. Master's tattoo. Of course, Master. That's nothing. This isn't even as heavy as those breakfasts. But it's getting a little difficult, so please help me. Hello. Thanks for the trip. Obvious forever though. I just raised that shield from behind. How about using the Gate of Hell as a temporary wall? It's very sturdy. Surely it cannot be destroyed. Though if it gets pushed, it may fall towards us. If that happens, my apologies. If that happens, I'll pull everyone away with my fishing rod. All that fishing practice was for this moment. Everyone, even in a situation like this, they really won't give up. Somehow, it's incredible. If even one of your hand had agreed to retreat, I would have supported it too. I suppose it can't be helped now. You wanted to cut me down, then do it. Dying here without doing anything would amount to the same thing. Stand back, Yuki, Mesh. We just need to bide him 10 minutes, correct? Director. Give up. Once the Shisha falls, it's over. You have neither any chance of victory, nor any route of escape. That's right, there's no way something so small could defeat me. Being small is a sin itself. No impact. No, that's not it. There's too much impact. What is happening? You said that being small is a sin. You're wrong, self-proclaimed Commander-in-Chief Yokai. This age is all about diversity. It's fine to be small, and it's fine to be big. What should be valid and eventually you can purely display before the people one you would never be ashamed of to show anyway. You're hiding away in the depths of this force. You never possess that boldness or strength of heart. You're nothing but a giant, useless tree. That's it? The yokai cannot be entrusted to the likes of you. I'll take the title of Commander-in-Chief for myself. I think I'll do one more this part and call it a day. Before it's 30, nor can I. Wait, Mari, there's something I need to tell you alone, Ditchy. What, everyone's already serving Himijikasu. Are you trying to make me the director late? Just one word of warning, Ditchy. It's about Lord Ezero's true line of work. I press it does not let Armchair slip away. If they see even the possibility of it happening, they should surely be watching your back with keen eye, Ditchy. You understand what that means, don't you? What are you talking about? He's someone in the treasure near Kanai, isn't he? I'm sure he's too busy defending this place to have any time to watch us. That person would not fight here, Ditchy. No, even if all of us were wiped out. Even if Yuki and others were on the verge of death, they would not reach for that sword. There is only one opponent that person would draw their sword against. Only one enemy they will fight. That's why they came to Karyadachi. So please do not do anything foolish. Above all else, prioritize your own life, Dechi. Wahaha! I feel like I could get bigger, so I did. You really think I let you have a giant monster battle without me? Giant monster no 10. No. She's a Supreme Commander Yokai. But that clearly looks like the president, or no, the Supreme Commander Yokai. That's why we're calling her then. She has been in the simulator the whole time, so maybe the director built up some memory too. And that turned her into a giant monster. There's no way an ordinary human could do something like that. Yes, that's exactly it. Right, as expected you, love. You're so dependable at times like this. Ogamar must have grown larger through the power of Mabu. Her position as director and accomplishment in that role have made clear her spirit Supreme Commander of Yokai truly. What nonsense, I've already claimed that title. This person has nothing to do with me. Mabu. Her gigantic reputation is simply her own. You there, no unnecessary remarks. What? Yeah, eye beams too? Don't be ridiculous. What kind of yokai is this? I fired that atomic eye intending to blow you up away, and it's only managed to shear your flames. It seems my output has fallen to defeat revival levels, frustrating as I cannot defeat this insolent wretch. Can I buy you some time? You remember my activity limit, don't you, Yuki? Of course, 180 seconds. Very good. In recognition of that merit, I'll extend it to 10 minutes. It is up here to be quite a decisive move. Perhaps we can see hope now. Yes, sir. Our highest priority is researching Habitat's strength, which means I'll use the command spell. That is Worm. Hehe, thanks. Amazing, you're being so generous. Amazing, you're being so generous. You're way too good at your job. How is it, Habitat-senpai? So I see. She's a fair kaiju internally, and her body is so large, her magic energy efficiency isn't what it normally is. I'm okay, my vision isn't blurry anymore. Now all I need is willpower. This is strange. My 5 senses have returned, but my arms and legs still won't listen to me. Wanting to protect the island is what drives Kashisha. Maybe a fairy like me, driven by something else. Haha, if I could see someone in a lovely bride's outfit, I feel rather in an instant. If that would recharge Habitat's energy, then I can do it as many times as you need. Huh? Don't just jump in and out of nowhere. It doesn't have to be you, does it? Why not me? Shouldn't it be anything? Come on, if you got a rider outfit, hand it over. I'll put it on right away. Hehe. Thank you, both of you. But I left the spinster behind, so I can't prepare a rider outfit, sorry. All I can do is imagine it and enjoy it that much. Huh? Is this the veil? The sharks give it back then. Alright, the sharks gave it to me back then. But just a veil alone isn't quite enough. It might work as a callus. Huh? Thank you. I am the separate impossibility. Then there should be a possibility that I can become a brighter serpent too. Then there should be a possibility that I can become a brighter serpent too. So what do you think? I'm a gorgeous snake dressed like a bride, summer version. Almost kind of like a trial roleplay or something like that. Of course, I don't actually have any plans for it. I already do have plans to marry my boss and quit my job as a newlywed once. Oh, nice. The person is great on you too. This aesthetic blessing has me feeling better already. An unexpected dark horse has somewhere made this snake get too full of herself. Alright, I got command spell. I got to imagine happy things. I got to see something wonderful, and now I feel. Look, I can understand. Fairies have always been fickle and quick to perk up. Haha, wasn't thing at such a crucial moment interfering for no reason. Good for someone like me too. I knew it. I was too vain about eating lately. I should have eaten more Okinawa specialties. Supreme Commander Ryukai, it looks like this is as far as you can go. Everyone be careful. It's okay, I'll go. Shisha and I will protect this island. Protect everyone. I am the fairy catcher Shisha a lot. Here we go.
負けなこれだこれが世界の力強い小さ南国大火球これさ負けない怪獣が出たぞデージのポイントデージのポイント肉球で持ってくるさこれに負けない負けなこれだいくさ怪獣が出たぞこれが世界の力強い小さ南国大火球負けないこれだいくさデージのポイントこれが世界の大物小さ南国大火球あごめんよシーサーこれだいくさ気合い入れるぞデージのポイント小さ小さ南国大火球これだ負けこれだ怪獣が出たぞこれが世界のこれが世界のティーミー南国大火球負けないこれだ負けない肉球で持ってくるティーデージのポイント南国大火球負けないこれだいくさ怪獣が出たぞこれが世界のこれが世界の肉球で持ってくるさ
This is the end. We did, and everyone has completely stopped moving. Appears that all style reading has managed as well. Our Habitat's victories. Great work, Habitat, thank you. Phew. Damn it. Why? Was I doomed because I had no name? Was I never going to obtain anything? Ah, how absurd, how unreasonable. I wanted him to do something real, a real place, a real answer. I am hollow, born hollow, lived hollowed, and I shall die hollow. For a nameless, strange existence like me, peace, honor, happiness, pride, nothing at all will ever be granted to me. No. There are fairies without names too. But that doesn't mean they all have nothing. Yokai, you is all the same. Just because you didn't have such a name, that doesn't mean you were somebody. You're an ordinary, proper member of the night parade of 100 demons. You didn't need to become so enormous. There must have someone who saw you for who you were. Yeah, you already were. What did you say? Heh, that's right, though this is just an outsider impression. Without you, Duran Han's same organization probably wouldn't have functioned at all. He said he left all the practical work, according to and management, to you. Well, there's no doubt you were valued that highly. Here's a sort of merciless complaint in even fireplaces if they aren't compatible. How should I put it? He seems like the kind of person who only wants people to see he likes around him. The fact that you were able to remain at the side of such a person as a second in command, that you were able to be that person. I believe that was proof of how special you were. It's something you can be proud of, I think. Foolish hollow, I do not feel such things, I don't understand them. To make my service to such a careless, nonsensical man the proof of my existence. It is terribly ridiculous, terribly strange. But perhaps that is precisely why I may be spoken of as a strange, uncanny thing that dwells in somewhere darkness. Blah, 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 blah. What's going on? What? I don't understand a thing, and my head feels heavy. I think I will sleep a little longer. Don't wake me. Looks like he may truly sleep forever this time. Well, I have no intention of waking him, but I'll pull him out. Ow, I was certain it would work with the singular texture, but now that I actually done it, my whole body aches, and it seems my personality changes when I become that. Talk about adding insult to embarrassment and never doing that again. Or rather, perhaps I should say there won't be a next time the first assassin Azrael. They call for me first, the first assassin. There have been many people who made assassination the profession before me as their stars. But it was through the deeds of order that assassin came to exist as instant wood upon the throne of heroes. That name is correct, but I do not like it. It calls mine a hero spirit best avoided. I see, so even you have something you're not fond of. Learning that alone makes this worthwhile. You came to cut off my head, didn't you? You've been watching me ever since I left Nirakanai. You're not going to listen to any excuses. Anyway, are you fine? Go ahead and do it. I will resist you. I'm not about to let myself be killed for a crime I didn't commit. Didn't you just let out a wholehearted sigh of disappointment? You have not been falsely accused. You have committed no crime to begin with. The spirit origin you wielded earlier was that Chaldea's director's. It was not that of a beast. Therefore, I have no reason to cut you down. I cannot raise my sword against one who is not evil humanity. Huh? So this time was saved then. It's much to my regret. It was such a massive head that looked worth cutting off. Return to your companions. Figure out how to explain this to them yourselves. Yes, I find some way to gloss it over, and may I thank you too. It's unnecessary. Ogomara and his spirit remain suspicious. By this time you perform admirably. I shall consider seeing this new side of you reward, though. Enough. I begin preparing to celebrate your efforts. I shall wait you in your kanai. Ah yes, huh? What was that? Did you just compliment me? Alright, good work everyone. You all did very well. Dr. Ogomara, you're safe. Welcome back, Supreme Commander Ryokai. This is where you should be worried about whether I'm okay. Learn from MASH. You umbrella like MASH. Sorry, I was just so happy. Oh, fine, whatever. Record this incident as well. During the battle against the great giant yokai Nurehon, who was the guardian kaiju Sisalot, we defeated it. The true identity of the giant monster number 10, which appeared during the battle to support Sisalot was. Its true identity was. The Castle Sword anti-giant monster combat familiar appeared in events by Chaldea's director. As this familiar was disposal model, it naturally vanished after battle. As this familiar is classified as top secret information, all staff who participate in the battle are forbidden from giving any testimony. That is all, now repeat after me. But tend to cover up. This director is going all out to silence us. I'm simply stating the facts. Besides, what other explanation could there possibly be for something like that? I didn't see anything. Good, that's how it should be, Yuki. You learn to understand how adults talk. Indeed, we told our staff about what happened. They only think we'd lost our mind. Really, it was cool. Well, if everyone's okay with it, we'll keep it quiet too. Very good. Keep today's event in your hearts, and make sure you've forgotten them by tomorrow. Yes, I too would appreciate if we could agree that I saw nothing. Pretend not to see your boss' embarrassing side. That is what it means to navigate society. It seems to have taken another step towards becoming a respected working adult. Not in. If Duran Simon has been rescued, does that mean that all that stuff is with this place? It appears the spring and tree possess the functions of a whole girl's soul. First we analyze and investigate them, while securing safe access privilege and the like. Then ultimately we will recover the whole girl. So I wonder why it took this form. I mean, there is nothing strange about a spring and a tree being in a forest. But why is it necessary for them to be that way? Or rather, well, you know, it just kind of ended up that way when I did it normally. It doesn't really have any particular meaning. That voice. Look over there, up in that huge tree.
Senpai, なんだか食堂の方から香ばしい匂いがしませんか？惰性で達成感が失われないよう。
The rest I'll just record for tomorrow. Most likely I'll just do a short video of it. This is just epilogue.